Hello, my honeys. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. First of all, I want to thank all of my new subscribers. I am totally amazed and I am so grateful for all of the new follows, for all of the comments. I really feel deeply encouraged. So, thank you to my new subscribers and current subscribers. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm Kamara and I'm your channeler. And in this pick a card, we are going to talk and hear from your owl witch protector. I've got to let you all in on a little bit of a secret here. When I am coming up for these readings, I am communicating with my spirit team, with my ancestors. And I'm also creating the artwork for every reading. Sometimes the artwork comes first before the reading theme. And what I discovered was that I stumbled upon an image of a witch with an owl. And then I started to put in just kind of different calculations. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing these are owl witch protectors. So if you're drawn to this reading, I think you have an owl witch protector. Now, owls, I'm going to talk about their energy. But in some cultures, owls are not a good omen. In other cultures, owls are a very wise and powerful omen. So, it really will depend on you. But I have a feeling if you're attracted to this pick a card, you're here for a reason. You're here to hear something. So before I get into owl energy, let's go over the instructions I received from your owl witch protectors, which is a little different from how I've been doing the readings. First of all, the owl witch protectors want you to tap into your intuition even further in these pick a card readings. So for this particular reading, your owl witch protectors did not want me to turn over the cards for an image. They're saying that this is group 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all you need to know. But of course, you have the timestamps in the description box below to pick your group, or you have the artwork at the very beginning of this reading, which is also timestamped in the description box below if you want to use that. Or you can follow the instructions of your owl witch protectors and pick one of these piles based on an internal feeling that you have, one of those magical feelings that you get, and see what happens. Of course, you can listen to one of these readings or all of these readings. There are no rules, but we are going to get to your reading now. After I talk a little bit about the owl spirit totem. So if you want to listen to that, it's just going to be a brief description. But if you want to go directly to your groups, check the description box below. Okay, my honeys, take care. Okay, my honeys, if you wanted to hear a little bit about owl spirit as an animal totem, I'm going to share a little bit here because I believe that the energy is going to tell you what your owl witch protectors are kind of working with. So, like I said earlier, the owl cross-culturally, it can have a bit of a different kind of meaning depending on the culture. So there's some cultures that consider owl a really bad omen. Like when you see an owl or something about when an owl energy comes up, they really, some cultures think death is on the horizon or some kind of bad luck. But there are other cultures where the owl is seen as a wise teacher. The owl is known for its wisdom. So, you may have already your own thoughts about owl as a totem, But if not, here are some things to consider. Owl is emblematic of a deep connection with wisdom and intuitive knowledge. Owls, that energy has the ability to see what is hidden to most. If you carry this totem, you may see true reality beyond illusion, beyond deceit. Also, those who have this as their personal totem, the owl, they receive inspiration and guidance necessary to explore the deep unknown, the magic of life. Either way, whether the owl is a good omen or a bad one, the owl overall has to do with transformation, new teachings, new life lessons, and again, that wisdom. So on the positive side, owl energy is about a clear vision, about insight, about guidance into the unknown. It's also about, it gives kind of an independent air to it, an air of discernment. People working with owl energy positively can connect to the mysterious and the magical aspects of life. Now, on the more not so positive side, maybe the negative side, owl energy can be very death-like in its transition, in its transformation, meaning it can happen suddenly, radically. Owl might be known for ominous endings, over intellectualizing, isolation, or a lack of sense of humor, maybe even negative occult practices. But again, I think you'll have to take all of this with a grain of salt and decide what applies to you based on your own life experiences and life understanding. But lastly, the owl's lessons are about embodying wisdom, about guidance during a dark, shadowy time, about illuminating the truth in your life, and helping you to understand and align with your true nature, your true purpose. So this is just that brief description on owl energy. Now we're going to go to your pick a cards with your owl witch protector to see what message in each of the pick a cards does this protector have for you. If you haven't already considered it, and after your reading, if you like my reading, if you can please give me a thumbs up, or if you like the way that I read and want to support, an easy way to support this channel is to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, because that bell lets you know when I upload new readings. So let's go to group number 1 or any of the readings that you have chosen. Thanks so much. Descriptions or timestamps are in the box below. Thank you. Hello, group number 1. I am Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and I will be your reader, your channeler for this pick a card on a message from your owl witch protector. Now, these owl witch protectors, they are most certainly in their mysterious energy. They were like, no, we want all the cards to be turned over, and we want for each participant to pick their own group based on their own internal intuition. So hopefully this will work out for you. We're going to do a little bit of an energy check. And then after that, we're going to ask the owl witch protector, what is it that they're protecting you from, or what's on alert for them? You know, what are they seeing as a red flag? What are they seeing you need protecting from? Something like that. You know, every group will probably have its own energy. But group number 1, let's see. Let's do the energy check. And if the energy check doesn't work for you for this group, please feel free to watch another group. And if all 4 groups are just not gelling with you, I have other readings on this channel. But group number 1, let's find out. Ooh, the energy check is the world. Group number 1. And look, the number is number 1. This is yours. Group number 1, as terms of the energy check, I would say that the people in this group, you are walking away from something that is literally has destroyed itself. And group number 1, I see you walking away intact. All your belongings, everything that you need with you, but you're also not looking back. So this can be symbolic for a few things. Some of you in this group may have had to walk away from a very volatile situation. If it was a relationship, whoever you're walking away from, they are in a self-destructive mode, and you no longer could support it. You no longer could be there for it. I would say the same if you are walking away from a job, a career, some kind of position. You're seeing that the organization or the workplace is burning itself down. You're leaving it just in time as it destroys itself. Now, I kind of get more of an intense feeling because of this burning down village in the background. But it's saying that whatever you're leaving, group number 1, it hasn't been because you didn't try. You tried. I'm getting a sense from your energy that sometimes you just, that country song by Kenny Rogers is coming to mind. Oh my goodness. But it's like you've got to know when to hold them. You've got to know when to fold them. And you've got to know when to walk away. And so there's that song. I think it's called The Gambler. But in some sense, I think Spirit brought that song to me because maybe in a way you were gambling. Maybe in a way this was the result of a risk that you took, group number 1. And unfortunately, it didn't work out, but I don't get that it didn't work out because of you. I get that it didn't work out because the foundation of this place, the foundation of the relationship, the foundation of whatever is self-destructing, it was never solid. And so when you went in there, group number 1, trying to balance things out, trying to put systems in place, I think you were met with a lot of resistance. And if this was a one-on-one relationship, you were met with so much resistance. Like maybe you suggested the person that you both go to therapy, or you suggested some kind of mediation and that person would turn it down. If this was, again, in a workplace, an organization, group number 1, you did so much to try to mitigate some of the personalities that were there and help them to cooperate and collaborate together. But in the end, even though this is the World card, number 1, which is kind of like the Fool in this deck, it also, I don't know if it's the Fool in this deck. Actually, it might be the Magician. We'll see. This deck's set up a little different. But what I will say, just from what I am receiving from your Owl Witch protectors, is that you had to walk away. There was no other choice. You had to leave. So group number 1, the energy check is of someone who had to leave something that they put a lot of work into. They might have put a lot of energy into. Something that in the end, you're allowing it to go its own way and for you to go your own way. Group number 1. No regrets, but also some sorrow is there. Some loss. So let's go to what your Owl Witch protectors say they want to protect you on. Distorted desire. It says here, group number 1, Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. Your owl witch protectors are pointing out here, group number 1, that they want for you to spend some time looking at unconscious desires that kind of drive your behavior. Maybe in some ways, I'm going to put these 2 cards over here. Maybe in some ways your owl witch protectors are saying you spent too much time in that situation. I mean, literally, it's bellowing and burning down to the ground before you decide to leave. And I don't think there's a judgment here from your owl witch protectors, in as much as they're saying there is an underneath desire that kept you in that situation longer than you needed to be. Because the longer you stayed, there was a lot of harm and hurt coming your direction. And I think your owl witch protectors are saying they want to help you get to the root of this. Some of them are saying that you may be overly committed to validation from the outside, group number 1. Some of your owl witch protectors are saying that some of you are afraid of abandonment. Whatever it is, it's almost as if your owl witch protectors are saying there's some type of attachment. We call it in psychology attachment work that needs to be done. Because in some ways you're already seeing clearly what the organization was like, or what people were like, or the person, whatever take it as it resonates, whatever the situation is that you're leaving. They're saying that in some ways when you end up running, it's not because, when you end up walking away, they want me to word this carefully. They're saying, group number 1, that in more than a few cases, when you finally end up making a decision to leave, you end up leaving like you're running. You end up leaving not fully on your feet, but in some ways on your knees. And I guess they want you to be more empowered when it comes to decisions like this, because this decision is actually in your best benefit. So you don't need to cower away. You don't need to run away. You can simply walk away. They're saying no is a complete and total sentence. That you didn't need knocked down, dragged out interactions with people simply to be gone for the situation that no longer worked for you. Very interesting. You have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That 5 of Swords, it's almost as those people, I'm seeing someone in a situation where people really tried to argue with you leaving. And I'm seeing that you had to really sit there and sometimes people will say this 5 of Swords is like someone got cheated out of, or someone's really disappointed in the back. I think people were disappointed that you were leaving, but I don't think it was because you shouldn't leave. I think it's because they didn't have enough courage to leave themselves, group number 1. In this case, 5 of Swords worked in your favor. You were like, no, it's time for me to go. I don't know about anyone else. Yeah, look at that. The Mask. It comes up when we need to take that off and just finally be in our true, authentic expression. I think whatever the situation was for you, if it was a one-on-one relationship, your owl witch ancestors are saying rejection is your protection. If it was an organization, a workplace, your Owl Witch ancestors are saying you did the very best by yourself by showing your authenticity, by being willing to make a decision that benefits you. And what they are going to work with you now on going forward is, how do you unapologetically take care of your needs, group number one. I'm going to start shuffling some tarot cards here. How do you authentically, unapologetically take care of your needs? You don't need permission for that, group number one. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles. They're showing you that once I'm going to ask how they're going to do this protection, but they're showing me right now that you're going to be in 9 of Pentacles energy. You're going to be able to lay down your burdens. And group number one, you are going to step out of Devil energy, meaning you are going to step away from long patterns of feeling like you had to follow the crowd or you couldn't disappoint people. Ultimately, people pleasing. You had to leave that. It was a burden on you, and it also kept you distracted away from the things that you really needed to do. Your Owl Witch ancestors, protectors, they're saying that without this protection they are about or have been giving you, you would be in an upside down Queen of Pentacles, which is interesting because I kind of feel like these cards are like a succession of one or the other. But your Owl Witch protectors are saying that without this boost of energy, protection they're getting ready to give you, or they have proceeded to give you, you would be blocked from becoming the Queen of Pentacles. You would feel stunted somehow because you are already on the road of choosing yourself, but there's something here that they are going to give you as a medicine, group number one, that will make it no question. Yeah, that will put you in a position of no longer waiting for your heart to be broken, for you to be betrayed, because they're giving you, they're already telling me what they're going to give you, but I want to pick one more card. Yeah. This is going to be no more radical, what was that? Like just radical changes that sometimes the owl energy can bring in. Things that knock you off, that are kind of towerish in their energy. You see all that? It's under the Devil that's also reversed. The Death is reversed. It's like I am feeling like you are stepping away from some kind of long-held pattern, whether it's familial, ancestral, or just community. It doesn't serve you any longer, group number one. And your Owl Witch ancestors, I'm asking them now, can we reveal what it is that they are going to give you, group number one, for your protection? I don't even know if I'm picking the right deck here, but let's try it with the tea leaves. What are they giving you as your protection? Yes. They're saying, don't read the bottom. They're giving you scissors. And what I'm seeing here with these scissors, group number one, is that you are going to be, they're giving you the ability to cut cords, cut energetic cords. They're giving you special tools, symbolic tools that are symbolic of the scissors, but also symbolic of cutting away people, conditions, situations that still want to hang on to you, that still want to cling to you long after you've left, long after you've been quite clear on leaving. So your owl witch protectors are saying, group number 1, that in the immediate future, they want you to focus on cutting cords, and they have boosted your ability to disconnect and dissolve cords that are slowing you down. They're saying right now, group number 1, that no one should be corded to you unless they are a tiny child, a baby. But once even your children become adults, they should not cord to you. So they're being very strict, and they're saying no lovers courting to you, no weak family member, like nobody except a small child, a small baby. So they're saying if that small baby, small child is not in your life, then there are no cords that should be attached to your energy. And so your owl witch protectors, group number 1, are saying, finally, cleanse yourself of those cords and move on with your life. They're saying that is going to be the final step so that you can walk away clear, complete, and you will find that your life is going to start stepping into this 9 of Pentacles, group number 1. So group number 1, that's what your owl witch protectors are here to communicate. If you resonated with any or part of this reading, would you mind giving me a thumbs up? It is such a simple way to help me grow my brand new channel. I really do appreciate you taking a listen. And if you like the way that I read, please consider subscribing to this brand new channel and click that bell, because it will allow you to know when I am uploading new videos, new readings. But if this is where we part, group number 1, thank you for giving me the honor of reading for you. And I'd love for you to leave any comments. I read them all, and I try to respond to all of them as well. But in the meantime, take care, group number 1. Bye. Hello, group number 2. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. I want to thank you for allowing me to be your reader, your channeler, for this pick a card reading on a message from your owl witch protectors. Now, in the beginning of this reading, I did a quick overview of owl totem energy. So if you missed that, it's timestamped below in the description box so that you can watch it later. You may have chosen this group number 2, from some of the artwork in the beginning of this reading, which is also time-stamped, or you may have chosen with some of the timestamp numbers using numerology, or you may have followed the instructions of our owl witch protectors, who wanted all the cards to be face down, and they wanted you to tap into your intuition and choose the pile that you feel in your energetic body, mind, body, soul state is the right group for you. So group number 2, I'm excited. We're going to do an energy check with this very first card when we turn it over. And that energy check is going to allow you, group number 2, to decide if this is going to be your group, or if you want to pick another group. Feel free to pick another group. If none of the groups in this reading work for you, then I have other readings in general on my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's do the energy check. Group number 2, you got the Wheel of Life. What a beautiful card. I'm going to put it up here in case you want to screenshot it. So the Wheel of Life, Wheel of Fortune maybe. There's all these different scenarios here, right? And the Wheel of Life speaks to this life cycle that we're all in. We have ages that kind of go along with the life cycle, generations. Either way, this is speaking to your true nature. Group number 2. Some of you are in a real solid place right now. You feel like you're okay with life's mysteries. You're okay with the changes that life presents. You understand that you live in a seasonal energy. There's something about growth here for you, group number 2. Many of you have connected deeply with your divine feminine aspects. I see the bees here, and then that infinity symbol that's on the pot. I think this year for many of you, group number 2, is going to be about knowing yourself, your true nature, at its most alchemical level. Some of you will be going on plant journeys. Others of you will be looking into your ancestral roots. Some of you will become more dedicated to a spiritual practice. Others of you are thinking about expanding your family or having a baby. Others of you may go into some kind of healing art that involves plants or herbs. Others of you are looking to collaborate with some dear friends who also hold the same kind of feminine energy that you hold. And there will be some of you that will become engaged, get married, or partnered in some way. And there will be others of you who will actually give birth this year. So this wheel of life is showing me a variety of people who are attracted to this group number 2, who are in different stages of their life, but their lives are reflective of cycles. So that is your energy check, group number 2. There's a lot that you could have resonated with, but let's go to what your owl witch protectors are saying they are concerned about or want to protect you from. Oh, enough. You were born enough. Wow. If your owl witch protectors were saying they wanted to protect you from something, group number 2, it's a feeling of not being enough. A feeling that despite all of your accomplishments, group number 2, despite all of the ways in which you are learning the beautiful lessons of life, there's still a part inside of you, your owl witch protectors are pointing out, that feels like you're not enough. If you look at this closely, the wings on this being are not symmetrical. It's almost as if this being is trying to work out how I have this desire to be free. Wings to me represent freedom, liberation, you all. I have this desire to be free. I'm so ready for that. And at the same time, there's something that has to come into alignment, right? And we could judge ourselves right then and there and say, I can't do this. I'm not ready. But there's something here where your owl witch protectors are like, regardless, you are ready to take flight. Group number 2. You are enough. No matter how you think of any kind of, I'm hearing the word disability, how you think of any kind of way in which you neurologically relate to your world, you actually are enough. I keep hearing their voices loud and clear. These owl witch protectors, I kind of switch around the names every once in a while. In many ways, they're saying, I want to protect you from yourself, which is your inner critic, right? Because that inner critic, it knows us well. Group number 2, that inner critic, Its voice can be so loud. It can be, and many times you can feel the inner critic is accurate, but it doesn't tell you all of the facts. The inner critic works that way. Whatever it says can sound so true, but it's never giving you the entire story. It's never giving you the whole wheel. It's only giving you one little piece, right? So group number 2, your owl witch protectors are saying you will be receiving a lot of real affirmative energy soon. We're going to ask how they're going to offer this protection. But look at this. Right as they said the word, protection. There's something about you, group number 2, that your owl witch protectors are like, no, we can no longer allow you to beat yourself up. We want you, Ace of Cups, look at this, you all. A brand new way of relating to yourself, especially emotionally. Group number 2. Your owl witch protectors, they're not playing. They're showing me this right now. They're like, no, we are not going to stand by and let yourself demean yourself. In fact, for some of you, these owl witch protectors are saying that some of your inner critic's voice sounds similar to maybe a caregiver or someone you grew up with who was very negative. And these owl witch protectors are saying they want you to do some very extensive inner child work. 4 of Cups. Yeah. They're asking me to pick a few more cards before I speak. There it is, Wheel of Fortune again. But it's in reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Strength. These first 2 cards, group number 2, your owl witch protectors are saying that they want you to be very decisive about the things that you decide to take on in the near future. In fact, they're saying you may end up turning down more offers than you will accept, and not to make yourself nervous about that. They're going to start to teach you that not everything is for your best benefit. And just because someone is offering something to you or invites you to do something, you need to research, investigate if that is going to be the right thing for you. They're saying that in many ways, because you sometimes don't think you are enough, you think that every offer of love, of affection, of money, of a project is something for you. Whereas when you start to think that you are enough, group number 2, you're going to start to understand that there are things you could say no to, things that don't fit for you. That there are things that will align with your purpose and things that don't. And you're not a bad person if you say no. You simply just don't have all the time to align with things or make them try to align with your future. Your owl witch protectors are saying the people and the projects you need to work on, they're going to appear as a symmetry. The right people at the right time, at the right place. Like there's not going to be, they're kind of saying that you can understand when something is not for you because it feels difficult. It feels like you're having to rely so much on your own power, your own strength. It doesn't feel like a collaboration. And so group number 2, your owl witch ancestors, protectors, I call them ancestors too. Some of them might be your ancestors as well. They are saying this protection they're going to give you. Let me go to the tea leaf cards here. They're saying the protection they're going to give you Interesting. It's going to show up. As a partner. Very interesting. A person who's a bit of a unicorn as well. You might meet this person at some kind of gathering, a party, whatever, but they're going to appear to you as someone that you know, even though they seem very different. Like, it's almost like when you look at this person, you're going to be like, they're so different. I would have never forgotten them if I've met them. But there's something inside of you that feels like for sure you've met this person. I'm getting that it's a past life thing. For some of you, it's an older woman. For others of you, an older woman will either introduce you to this person or is part of this meeting. Either way, group number 2, your owl ancestors are saying here that this is going to be kind of like you're going to see how all the pieces of this meeting come together, how all the pieces of the things that you've got to work on are coming together, and it's going to fit, they're showing me. Yeah, they're saying you're going to be playing a different role. This is interesting. I keep hearing if the cup fit, let them wear it. Bread, a period of prosperity and abundance. Yeah, I feel like group number 2, your owl witch ancestors, they're saying that when you meet this person, it could be a couple of different scenarios, you all. It could be a romantic relationship, but it could also be a partnership. And whenever you meet this person in which an older woman, whether she is the partner or is introducing you to the partner or has something to do with this peripherally, is going to put you in a whole different, I'm hearing ecosystem. Like something that's coming your way that your owl witch protectors want to make sure you are aware of and taking active actions in group number 2 is a new life with a new partner, with new collaborations. There's something new about how you're going to be moving into life. It's a new life cycle for you. And your owl witch protectors are saying you are protected. You don't need to worry. There are things coming into place that is going to give you the strength you need, group number 2, to proceed forward. This is actually, they're saying in the beginning, if you heard something in this life cycle wheel that is coming up for you, know that all your support system is going to be there in place to help you facilitate your place on the wheel, group number 2. So that is what I have for you, group number 2. Your owl witch protectors are saying that they are sending you the right support in the form of a person or persons, and that is going to put you on a new trajectory where you are going to be living life in a different part of this wheel. I love it for you. And so, group number 2, if you've resonated with any or part of this reading, could you please give me a thumbs up? It's a very simple way that you can help me grow this channel. And if you like the way that I read, I thank you so much and would love to stay connected. Please consider subscribing to my channel and then clicking the bell, because that bell will allow you to know when I upload new readings. And if this is where we part, group number 2, thank you for giving me the honor to read for you. I appreciate it. and we will see each other soon. Take care. Hello, group number 3. This is Kamar with the Black Dove Oracle. Thank you for joining me here. And this is going to be your reading on what your owl witch protectors want you to know. We're going to start off group number 3 with a little bit of an energy check with this top card. Just so that you could see if this is the energy you're vibing with for this group. And if it isn't, you can go to another group, or you can choose to do a whole new reading. I have many on my channel, and they're building. The Owl Witch Protectors, they wanted this card turned over. They wanted you may have chosen this group number 3, by the artwork in the beginning of this reading, which is timestamp below. Or you may have chosen to use numerology, but you may have just reached out in your own intuitive way and chose this group number 3. So let's do the energy check, and then we'll go from there. We're going to ask your owl protectors, what is it they want to protect you from? But right now, what's the energy check? Initiation. Number 2. So group number 3, many of you are finding yourself in a very interesting place lately. For some of you, it feels liminal. For others of you, it feels like you're on some kind of journey to learn something. And the reason why it's stated this way is I'm not clear for all of you, group number 3, that you know exactly what this initiatory period is about in your life. I get a sense that things are changing for you, that you're in a new environment. Some of you may have moved recently, others of you are considering moving, but I get that some of you have quite literally been on a journey where you've traveled. You might be coming back from your travels. You might currently be on your travels. But either way, your owl witch protectors are saying you're looking for something. You're looking for something to make a difference in your life. You're looking for something to make life make sense. But either way, group number 3, I think that your nature is coming in to guide you, but your owl witch protectors are also doing the same. There's something they want you to know about this trip you're on, this journey you're on. Let's see. They want to protect you from false beliefs. Very interesting. Group number 3, it says here, once the untruths that we believe about ourselves and are illuminated, so are the ways that we can release the false limitations they confine us to. Look at, you have an owl on the shoulder of this being, group number 3. So if you were doubting that this was going to be your reading, I think it is. Your owl witch protectors are showing up here, group number 3, because there's something, even though you're on this really brave journey, even though you're in a place where you're going to learn a lot of new and different things, they're showing me that some of you move somewhere to learn something new and different. So that could be college, university, but it also could just be a workshop. It could be anything. You might be living in a place where you're going to be learning different, new and different skills. And they are pointing out here, there's something limited about the thoughts you have about yourself, your ability to learn, your ability to pick up new and different things. And they want for you to focus on being more confident. To understand that if you were curious about group number 2, kind of the same theme of like, why do we believe our inner critic? Our inner critic is there initially to warn us of danger, right? That inner critic is like, I don't know if you should stand here because, back in, prehistoric days, we had to watch out for animals, right? And things like that. And I think that primordial nervous system is online all the time with you. But you've got to also understand you're not in immediate kind of like physical danger, usually. And that this inner critic can start to take over in ways that are warning you about everything and everyone. And I think here, group number 2, your owl witch ancestors are saying they want to protect you from even early programming that told you that you weren't enough. That maybe because of your gender, maybe because of some kind of abilities, that you somehow were weaker or lesser. And group number 3, your owl witch ancestors are saying that's BS. Plain and simple. Let's go to your other cards. Yeah, they're here to help you to find a resolution. They're here so that they'll help you gain the confidence so that when that 4 of Cups moment comes, you are taking and seeing it as a beautiful offer. You're not turning it away because you don't think you can handle it. So group number 3, they are going to assist you with an internal resolution. An internal, how do I want to say this? They're saying that it's going to be an internal, I'm hearing an internal coming to Jesus moment. Like you could take that if it resonates, but they are saying that they're going to help you defeat inner negativity, low self-esteem. Because now that you're on this initiatory journey, you're going to need the tools of confidence to be on your side. You can't go on this journey doubting yourself, group number 3. Something big is waiting for you. Something that your owl witch ancestors, I keep calling them ancestors, but, protectors, they want you to be ready for. The Lovers in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. 3 of Swords upright. For some of you, group number 3, if this initiation is into healthy relationships, they are preparing you for one that is not. Or they are helping you to finally move yourself away from somebody who's in King of Wands energy, but they are totally reverse. So hello, they are about their ego. They think they are the best looking thing since sliced bread. And they are not very faithful. They're not very truthful. They have a lot of charisma. A lot of people like them. A lot of people, unfortunately, look up to them. But they kind of got a narcissistic kind of quality to them. And as much as they're going to try to convince you that you both are the best couple, they may like you purely on your looks or purely on your material wealth. They're a person like that, group number 3. And this person will ultimately, your owl witch protectors are saying, break your heart if you allow them to. If you allow yourself, even in this 4 of Cups, to take something that they're trying to offer you, it could be a little disastrous for you. So your owl witch protectors are saying they are trying to send you They want you to take some time and really think logically about this situation, about this person. Yeah, this person's gonna be coming towards you with a lot of physical energy. They're physically attracted to you. And in that physical attraction, they will make up whatever they need to make up to say, oh, we're going to be this really hot power couple, this and that. But I think this person just really has physical designs on you. Yeah. Because look at this. This Two of Cups is coming right underneath this Three of Swords. I'm sorry, group number 3, but this person, they're going to do their best to convince you that they're on the up and up, but they're quite literally in reverse. And your owl witch protectors are saying, look, bottom of the deck, the Tower. They want you to be very careful, because this person is going to get to you because of false beliefs you have about yourself. Maybe that you're not beautiful. Maybe you're something about your body. Whatever it is, that inner critic, those programmed thoughts, they could lead you into a relationship that will end up in a tower. So group number 3, you are being warned. You are actually being asked to work on your self-image. Not for others, but for you. That's what your owl witch ancestors are saying. They are going to help you understand what it means to keep a bridge and to burn a bridge. Some of you are really caught up in, I don't want to burn any bridges. I don't want to be unreasonable. But your owl witch protectors are saying some bridges are meant to be broken and burnt down and never crossed again. And I don't know why they're coming very intensely about whoever this energy is. Let that bridge be burnt. It says here, bat, take care, enemies are working against you. So again, group number 3, you are being warned in a very intense way, cracked cup, to not go down this road with this person. If this is someone you currently know, you know exactly who this is. If you have not met this person, you will know them because they are upside down. You will really, some people will say, oh, narcissists, sometimes they kind of play games and they're the kind of person you want. No, with a King of Wands, when they're in reverse, you are going to know. You are going to know. King of Wands reverse, this is someone their arrogance is off the chart. The way that they regard themselves is off the chart. Even if they are not directing any of their energy towards you, it will be hard to be around them for more than an hour before they offend somebody in the environment or they do something offensive. This is that kind of energy. Of course, they're good looking. Of course, they're going to be leading with a lot of physical, I want you kind of deals, how beautiful you are and everything, but your owl witch protectors keep pointing to this. 3 of Swords. You may find out they are also dating someone else, married to someone else. Get all the clarity. That's what your owl witch protectors are saying. You do not deserve someone like this. It's time to change some of those internal thoughts. So group number 3, if you resonated with any or parts of this reading, if you would give me a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. If you like the way that I read and you want to stay connected, please consider subscribing to my channel If you click the bell, then you'll be notified when I upload new readings. And if this is where we part, I really have enjoyed reading for you, group number 3. I think your Owl Witch protectors were very clear on what it is that you have to do going forward, but you are being guided and watched over. Okay, my honeys, take care. Hello, group number 4. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. Welcome to your pick a card reading on a message from your Owl Witch protectors. Now, you may have chosen this group number 4, from some of the artwork that's at the beginning of this reading. Timestamp is below. Or you may have chosen from some numerology with the timestamps that are also in the description box. Or you may have followed the direction of your Owl Witch protectors and dove deep into your intuition to choose this particular group. Either way, welcome to your reading. So what we're going to do first, group number 4, is do a little bit of an energy check with the very first card here. And if the energy kind of matches, or it's an energy that you're willing to continue to listen to, then this is your reading. If it's not so much, you may want to choose from another group in this reading, or you may want to choose a different reading altogether. You have choices, group number 4. But let's go to your energy check. And then underneath that, we are going to see what is it that your Owl Witch protectors want to warn you about, protect you about, or send some message of caution. We'll see. But energy check. Craftsman of Fire. Group number 4. Group number 4, this reminds me of iron, working with iron and fire. You might be a fire sign. That would be very obvious, but you might be a fire sign, group number 4, or you have that prominent somewhere in your chart. If it's not your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, could be your Mercury or your Venus sign, could be your Jupiter sign. You could have aspects going to a fire sign. What this is showing me, though, craftsman of fire, is that group number 4, you've been working on something that has been your craft, something that's your identity is aligned with this thing that you're working on. And you've been spending a lot of alone time, maybe perfecting your craft. And there's something about you being in your authenticity too when it comes to perfecting your work. It may have been work that was passed down to you either ancestrally, or it may be work that's passed down through the family. But there's a way in which you're doing things, or you would desire to do things, group number 4, that is going to be a little different. There's a way in which you are putting all of your attention, your focus into building this new craft. The craft is a loose word because it could be something specifically you do for work. It could be something creative that you do. It could be something brand new, a modality. It could be anything, you all. But the energy, the focus, the concentration you're putting into this is very distinct for this time, group number 4. You're working on something that you want to be perfect. So that is the energy check, is that there is a project, work, a creation, something you're working on that you want to come out just right. Now let's see what your Owl Witch protectors want you to know. They want to talk to you about transitions, group number 4. It says here, you have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. Very interesting, group number 4. Because what this is saying to me is that even though you've been working very hard on perfecting your craft, you're working maybe even well into the night, there's something that your owl witch protectors are saying you are fully prepared for. Maybe in some way you're wondering if you're good enough about something, although I think your confidence is there. It's just maybe you want, I keep hearing this word perfect. You want something to be perfect. And there's something here about your owl witch protector saying anything you do is going to be above bar. Let's look at the other cards. You have Mastery of Swords. Wow. Look at that. How they relate. Then you have Transcendence. You know, sometimes with Mastery of Swords, we have to know how to utilize our intellect for our best benefit. Because the intellect, it can become our worst enemy. Because everything has to be logical. Everything has to be planned. It has to have a control, or it has to have a risk assessment. Whereas when you're building the craft, though, there's a certain kind of essence that happens that can't be documented, that can't be duplicated. It's a unique energy that comes in the creative field. It lends a unique energy from the maker into the craft. It's never seen on instructions. It's not something someone would really outright tell you to do. It's a part of your creative energy, your sacral energy that goes into creating something. And it has no logic to it, group number 4. It has no tangible way of knowing what it is. It's the magic. It's the spirit of creation. And I think when you get this Master of Swords, the Master of Swords, the King of Swords, understands how to titrate logic with mystery. That there's definitely a transition there. Not everything can be captured by logic, and not everything for sure can be captured by the mystery. There's a bit of a transcendence that has to happen. Because you're getting transcendence, you're getting transitions. There is what I'm seeing in the energy that your owl witch protectors are showing, is that you need some kind of knowledge of these liminal spaces as you create. That everything, there's some kind of balance that's being called to you, group number 4. So that when you create, you're not only doing it with one hemisphere of your brain. There's a wholeness that needs to take place, group number 4. Let's go to the tarot cards. Because I want to ask your owl witch ancestors, what are they? Of course, the moon. The moon comes up when I'm asking a question. The 5 of Wands. And Strength. You know, group number 4, your owl witch protectors are saying there is something we want to help you with. But it is also going to be, with this 5 of Wands, it's going to be something you wouldn't expect us to help you with, but we're going to step in. We're going to give you all of the strength. We're going to give you all of the confidence, but we're going to help you with something. They're saying it's either coming up or you're in it right now. Someone is trying to create conflict with you, group number 4, but it's not. I think they're being passive aggressive right now. So you can't really 100% know what their beef is. It's very interesting. They've got a beef. You don't know what it is, the moon card, but your owl witch protectors are saying they want you to stay confident. They don't want you to let that knock you off. They don't want you to knock you off of your what you're doing. Sorry for any background noises. Yeah, you've got that King of Pentacles. I like to kind of lay him under. Yeah, there is something. Someone has a beef with you. They wanted so bad to distract you. They want so bad for it to take you away from your art, from your craft, from the things that you've been really focusing on. Group number 4. I think the advice here from your owl witch protectors is that you should just be persistent and not letting yourself get distracted or pulled away by false or imagined ruptures. They're saying that somebody really wants to take you away from what you're doing. This person could be in an upside down Empress energy too. This could actually be you, King of Pentacles, because whatever it is that you're working on is going to be very successful. But this person in upside down Empress mode, this is somebody who really wants to be catered to all the time. Oh, why aren't you paying attention to me? Why aren't you dating me? Why aren't we doing this and that? And it's kind of like they're ignoring the whole project that you want to be on. And there's a little bit of like trying to even entice you sexually to get you kind of distracted. So your owl witch protectors are saying, be careful of this energy. This is someone who's in an upside down 9 of Pentacles, meaning they, I hate to say it, they just don't have much going for them. You are the thing that's going for them. Group number 4, and I'm sorry if that sounds mean, but you are the thing. And so, I think what you are going to see is your owl witch protectors are going to come in and present some kind of situation that's going to allow for there to be balance. And you're going to see that balance needs to happen too. It's going to allow you, just going from the bottom of the deck here, to be in your victory ultimately. But you are being guided to balance out the situation with that person, because they will just continue to want to take certain actions to get your attention. But they do not understand that what you're working on is quite life-changing, group number 4. Something that will, if it hasn't already, put you on your throne. Very interesting. Let's go to the tea leaves. And ask your owl witch protectors. What else? Angel. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Yeah, they are wanting you, whatever way that you would normally communicate with them, your guides, your spirit guides, they are wanting to be in communication with you more, group number 4. So that could be meditation, whatever you use for connection with your spirit guides. They're wanting you to connect with them more. Distant friend is thinking of you. Financial pinch. They're saying here, think you will not always allow you to be that change is coming. Yeah, they're saying here that not only is this one person a distraction, there might be a few distractions around you that they're really going to want you to keep yourself focused. Yeah, so they're saying that as long as you focus on this craft that you want to perfect, you will be able to go back and handle some of the things that are proving to be a distraction for you, group number 4. But ultimately, your owl witch guides are saying, owl witch protectors are saying that as long as you hold together your focus, they will step in to take care of distractions, and they'll put those distractions where they're at, kind of to the side. And they're hoping this will allow you to continue to focus on the things that are most important to you, group number 4. So if you resonated with any or all of this reading, do you mind giving me a thumbs up, group number 4? And if you like the way that I read, would you consider subscribing to my brand new channel? If you do subscribe, please click the bell because it allows you to get notified when I upload new readings. If this is where we part, group number 4, I really have enjoyed reading for you. And there seems like something really powerful that you're creating that I would love to know about if you want to share in the comments. Otherwise, I hope that we meet up again for another reading. Take care.